Hello and welcome to Bracken Moor for this Northern Premier League East match between Stocksbridge Park Steels and Bridlington Town. I'm your commentator Adam Allcroft, and oh god, I forgot. I'm sponsored by Jason Rossi Copy Supply. That's not a good start from me, I'm going to be honest. But hopefully the Steels will get off to a better start than I do. So it's against a team that, unfortunately, we have a bit of problem with. Back in November, we went away to Bridlington Town, and our players got a bit, let's just say, sweary at the referee. And the referee wasn't very keen on the swearing and sent two of them off. Jordan Lemon and Thomas Poole got given their marching orders. Jordan Lemon captains the Steels today as he looks to make sure he doesn't have to put another pound in the jar and get himself sent off. Anyway, the teams are as follows. It's Stocksbridge Park Steels. It's Ben Townsend in goal. Then the 17-year-old Kyle Austin makes his first start for the Steels. Jack Dolman at number 3. Then it's Luke Hogg, Charlie Oglesby, Jordan Lemon, who's the captain today, as I previously mentioned, Tommy Marshall, Alex O'Connor, Luke Rawson, Thomas Poole, and Jack Watson. The bench is Bailey Ty Baker, Alex Phillipson, Ollie Novak, Andy Ring, and Curtis Turner. For Bridlington, it's James Hitchcock in goal. Then it's Bobby Atree, Will Sutton, Pete Davidson, James Williamson, who's their captain, Ben Lewis, Ali Aldemir, Andy Norfolk, Lewis Dennison, Glenn Sarney, and Adam Stockhill. Their benches, Harry Milner, Finley Southcote, Dan Billington Booteng, Daniel Hernandez, and Mark Wayne. We are about to get this game underway. Bridlington ready to get the start going. Williamson's in, but is actually by the halfway line, which is private. And the game is now started with Glenn Sarney getting us underway. So it's Bridlington Town on the ball with the all-red kit kicking from right to left, while Stocksbridge Park Steels in the yellow shirt, blue shorts and blue socks kicking from left to right. Obviously, the big news today for both teams is that depending on scores elsewhere, both teams could secure their safety in the Northern Premier League East. It would mark Stocksbridge's 28th year in the Northern Premier League East, or equivalent level, if they were to be able to score their safety. As Bridlington for it 4 goes to Hogg, who clears it upfield. Watson keeps it in. He gets it back to O'Connor. Gets it down. Switches play over to the right side. Now Kyle Austin makes his first touches. Kyle Austin pass to Marshall on the right. Gets it caught under his feet a bit. That allowed Sutton to get away a tackle. It's out for a throw-in. Austin here with the throw hit. All right, throws it down, looking for Marshall, but blocked by Stockhill, out for another throw-in. So yes, both Bridlington and Stocksbridge could secure their safety today should results go in their direction. Stocksbridge need a point and Grantham to lose. Bridlington need a win and Grantham to lose. Poole here puts the ball in towards far post. Watson peels off, but headed away before it gets to him. Back to Hogg, who chests it down, then volleys it over to Dolman on the left. Can't get it under control, and it's out for a throw in. Dolman back at left back today, with Lemon at centre back. Phillipson on the bench. Bit of a surprise, that one, but how Eunice decided to go with it for today. Just a reminder that our player of the season and goal of the season votes are now live on the website, stocksbridgeps.co.uk. If you want to go ahead and head over there while you're listening here and have your votes, and maybe even have a little watch of the goal video. We'll have it on replay as well during half-time break, as Watson has a run but is blocked off by Atree, who is a very suitable name, almost like Atree, where the big Grand National is today. Hey, be a suitable pun for the match reporters. I'm just waiting. I can see, waiting to see my text gone through to see if I get my drink, but Bridlington on the attack, cutting in on the inside, back to Dennison, who puts it into the middle, but blocks off for Williamson, who is trying to get forward, and now it's back with Dolman, who will be able to knock this away, tries to get it through to Marshall, goes all the way to Rawson in the end, and then back to Dolman, who puts it through, but it is cleared out for a throw-in. 2 minutes gone in this game, remains 0-0. We will try and let you know everything else that is going off in the Northern Premier League East, as well as other local scorelines and scorelines that could have made it. That includes a Premier League scoreline. Manchester City are leading against Luton Town. Shocker. Stocksbridge on the attack here. Watson puts the ball in, defender at the near post. Rawson nips in. And there's a chance here if he can get it, find someone, and he can't. It's back in Hitchcock, who's in a very interesting kit today, like a burnt orange kit. Looks like a fancy Bradford City shirt, really. Surprised. It's very close to the red. Normally that's not typically allowed, but goal told about in our division is that Hebburn are leading 1-0 against Guernsey Borough. Amir Powell has scored. So it's out now. Sutton will take this throw. Big launching throw, and Lemon will head it away, and North head into the air to Marshall, who looks to have it under control. Made his debut against Bridlington back at their ground all in November on that miserable day on the seaside. Been out for a Bridlington throw now. Throwing down and headed backward by Dennison, and Oglesby will defend, clears it away, looks for Rawson, but head away before it can get to him. It's just a bit ahead, tennis between two sides for Bridlington, head it out of play, just steals throw-in. 4 minutes gone, remains 0-0 here as Consett take the lead against Liversidge. Ben Ramsey has scored. So now with Austin with the throws, launches that downfield. Rawson will head it on. Watson gets it back to Rawson. Rawson just gets caught under his feet a bit and he loses the ball to Williams, who tries to launch the attack, looking for Sarni in the right wing, but Dorman, who had initially been quite far, covers that off and allows it to go out for a throw-in. So back with Townsend, who left-footed will slice the ball, and that allows Davison to head it back into an attack position. Sarni on the ball. He slips as he gets it to Norfolk, but it's tackled and then back with Hogg. Gets it through to Rawson, who again gets it caught under his feet. Rawson's control is letting him down so far in this game. They're back with Williams, who launched it forward, and Austin will have to judge a ball. He heads it back to Townsend. Bounced up favourably in the end, but it looked awkward for a bit. Paul is quickly pinged out to Watson, who gets the better of his fullback there. And now Watson goes through his space, bobbles a bit, and that gets the ball away from him. Ball declared, Poole's going to hit it first time. It's a rapid shot, not far off. Connor Poole was sent off for, I think verbal dissent is the correct term, and he was looking to make amends for that in that shot. It hit with lots of venom, but goes wide of the far post. And that would have been one that would have meant I'd have to re-edit the goal of the season video had it had gone in. So back with Hitchcock, who will send this long now. Oglesby, who's wrestling Sarni, he heads it away. Hogg now flips it forward, looking for Marshall on the right wing today. Sutton has it under control for now. He's looking to turn, and he does. He will clear that away. Lemon gets the good touch, holds it down, and will send it back downfield. But headed back away goes to Williamson, who's in a defensive midfield role today. Sends it down the line, just gone out though, and it will be a throw-in to Stocksbridge. Carlton are now leading 1-0 into Newton Aycliffe. And Niall Hilton, the goal scorer, moves Carlton into fourth place. Bridlington clear the ball downfield to Oglesby. And then eventually tries to pass it out, and it's going to be out for a throw-in. Ball thrown forward. Lemon will clear out to Poole. Chests it down. Marshall tries to get onto it. Touched away by Williamson. Thrown for the Steels. Austin will come say. The 17-year-old Kyle Austin. If you want to feel old, it's a man born in 2007 playing for Stocksbridge Park Steels. That hurts me a bit inside, but Rawson will look for the fine side. No one's getting to it. Dorman might be first onto it. Does manage to get a touch onto it, but it's too far. Hitchcock will take it to feet inside his own box. Doncaster Rovers are leading against Accrington. Akib Adelikun, the goal scorer. Hitchcock will send it long here, going forward, and will bounce on the halfway line exactly. Dorman gets that under control. Bit of a shunt from Sarni, and it will go out play for a Bridlington throw. Good work, dispossession work from the Bridlington forward. Ball thrown forward. Hogg will head it away and it'll be out for a throw in an identical position. So back it is with Atri now. Just let you know, in the second half, we will update you with whoever's won the Grand National. So if you have got some money on that, we will try and help you as Watson comes forward with it, leads it through to Marshall. It's a great ball, but he makes the wrong choice, goes further out wide. He tries to knock it out of Idemir here and then ends up losing the ball. Just a wrong decision from Marshall in a key position as Oglesby heads the ball way back to Watson, who goes to Hogg, who's in plenty of space, slows it down as he gives it to Dolman, who then puts it back to Hogg and then across now to Hogg again. Now out to Austin on the right-hand side, who is going to try and use some of his pace, moves inside, but then sees no space, so back to Hogg it goes, and Stocksbridge will keep possession for now. Hogg goes deeper, and now we'll clip it forward, looking for something, but that's going to be covered by Atri, who's been pressed by Rawson. It's cleared out, but only to Hogg, who almost gets tackled by Alex O'Connor and loses the ball anyway. Bridlington ball lose immediately, gives it back to O'Connor, and now Lemon, who crosses the halfway line, tries to get it to Marshall, does find him, back to Austin, but behind him it goes to Hogg, then back to Austin, who expects to keep it. Back to Hogg again, who Hogg's trying to dictate play, but that ping pass goes right to Sarni, who then O'Connor hauls down in a wrestling move, and it will be a free kick to Bridlington, and O'Connor is going to quite rightfully find himself in the book for that one after just 10 minutes. Don't think it was in that much danger where it needed the cynical challenge, but has happened anyway. In a game that's crucial for the relegation battle, Millwall are leading 1-0 against Cardiff City. Michael Obafemi has put the Lions ahead. And Portsmouth are 1-0 on Bolton in the League One promotion battle. I believe that might mean Portsmouth get promoted today. Ping ball towards the left-hand side, and Austin will get a touch onto it, knock out for a corner. Stockhill was behind him, so Bridlington will get the first corner of the game. Alex Flett has put Cleethorpes ahead against Belper Town. Belper are looking like they may end up losing their spot in the playoffs at this rate. Steels need to defend from this corner kick now. Norfolk, who is a very good set-piece taker, is over the ball. So Sarni's coming up as a short option, but the ball will be whipped in and headed up into the air and then still kept in the 6-yard area. Dennison has managed to get onto it, knocked away to the edge of the area to Davidson, who's going to clip the ball back in, looking for the far post. Oglesby heads away, back to Davidson, and heads it back to the box, but Paul blocks it. And it's going to be a free kick Bridlington's way for something. I thought the high foot was from Davidson, if anything. It will be for the high foot then, it seems, and going to be a free kick for Bridlington to take. A very soft decision given Bridlington's way. As Andrew Norfolk will take this free kick now. Taking his time over it, the veteran Bridlington man. As Townsend will organise his defence, players camped on the edge of the area. Free kick, here it comes. Norfolk, right-footed, looking for that far post. Goes to the far post. Williamson gets a touch, but goes out for a goal kick. So Steele survived that bit of a scare. 12 minutes gone, remains 0-0 here at Brackenmore. Derby County are now leading 1-0 in their promotion battle from League One. Moncur scored an own goal, putting them ahead against Leighton Orient as that goal kick is cut out by Aldemir, who then ends up knocking it out for a throw-in. A bit of a let-off for the Seals. Aldemir is Bridlington's most dangerous player, a very talented winger who is regularly on the score sheet for the Seasiders. Does Norman throws it forward to Rawson, touch it inside to Watson. Watson puts the ball forward. Marshall trying to get in the under, well covered as Hitchcock comes well out of his area to blast it forward. Dolman returns fire. Watson's trying to cause a problem, and he has got the touch off Lewis here. Watson now faced up with Lewis on the left wing, looking to cut inside and lays it back to O'Connor, who then first touch finds Dorman again, who can't keep it in, and it will go out for a throw-in. Some really well-worked play initially for the Steels, just let down at the end, and when no ball goes in. So it's a throw-in here for Bridlington. As A-Tree will very high throw-in. O'Connor gets onto it, heads it forward, but it's just going to go out for a goal kick. Back in Bridlington's possession. Steels, neither team has really created much of note in the early moments of this game. Right now, as results stand now, will be good enough to secure safety today. Though, if Grantham were to go 1-0 down, they're away at Ashington today. It would secure safety for the Steels, at least, this result. Ball goes forward to Ralston, who clips on, looking for Marshall on the right-hand side. Marshall trying to get beyond his man, puts a low cross in, it's got no power on it, and it's cleared away at the near post. Back it goes to Hogg, looking for Marshall again, who turns past his man really well, but he can't keep it in, and it's going to go out for a throw-in. Brilliant got a throw-in either. Results aren't going Sheffield Wednesday's way towards the as Birmingham City are now leading against Coventry. Thomas has scored an own goal. And now he's back with Sutton for the throw. Thrown down the way, looking for the forward, but Hogg will head it away. Dalton will be the first onto it. Finding Watson, who can only knock it up into the air, but then gets control of it. Back to O'Connor, who then struggles for control, but will carry it forward. Back to Dorman, and then back all the way to Hogg, who's probably the player who's seen most of the ball. All the way back to Lemo, and who leaves it for Townsend, who will slice it forward, but Hogg comes and rescues him, touches it to Austin, who will give it all the way back to Townsend. He'll get a second bite at it. This one much better, as he will look to find Watson on the left wing, and Watson's offside. And the free kick is given. 15 minutes gone in this game means 0-0 here. By the way, if you are listening to us here on the YouTube channel, do feel free to comment in our YouTube live chat. We will try and shout out anyone who does comment, and of course it does help the commentary in terms of it. It means all 500 of our subscribers will be more likely to get notifications saying this commentary's on, and they might come on and tune in and listen. Ball goes forward from Hitchcock. Tucked away by Lemon, who's going to be chased down by Rawson, but Hitchcock will get to it first, and he volleys it. Slice out. Will be a Steel's throw-in. Close to our advertising hoardings over on the opposite side. It's quickly taken, and Watson's back on the ball now and trying to move inside. Tries to switch it over to Austin, but blocked by Poole, and then his second pass throw also was blocked again by Poole. Now it has made its way to Austin. Lays it off for Marshall, who then comes backwards, back to Hogg. Hogg now will try and put the ball into the middle, but it's blocked, and now back with Poole, who's in central midfield today. As Hogg will get back to Marshall on the right wing. Trying indeed Austin on the overlap. He's trying to use his pace, but he hasn't got the strength, and Sutton will push him off it and get it out for the goal kick. 17 minutes gone in this game, and it is 0-0. Nothing much has happened just yet. As Hitchcock takes this goal kick long. Oglesby's been the one to head it away, and he will head it away. He was all on his man, Dennison. No free kick given as it rebounds out for a Bridlington throw. Out for A-Tree to take the throw. Big long throw down, and Dennison tries to keep it in, but can't do so. Stocksbridge has a throw, and Dorman will quickly take it. Rawson heads it on to Marshall, who controls, trying to keep hold of the ball, but well in from Davidson, though it will go out for a Stocksbridge throw. Davidson was convinced it was theirs. He tried to take it before It ends up being out for Steels to take. Dolman will send it down looking for Watson, but it's knocked away from him. Rawson tries to cause problems. It went into the box, but Davison clears it. Back to Dolman, who does get control of it, trying to get further down the field, but will be tackled and out for a throw it goes. Dolman take the throw in, and I think he's going to see if he can get it into the box, but instead actually a short option to Watson, who will ping it back to Dolman, who will now fling it into the box, but it's higher than about 3 different goals before it goes over the bar and out for a goal kick. Right now, nothing really being created too much, and Ian Richards shouting orders at Jack Dolman of 2 touches, don't hit it on your first time, because his first time heads into the never seer, it seems. So Hitchcock will send this long. Headed away by Hogg. Then headed back by Sutton. And Austin will try and knock it forward and clipped away from him. 2 goes to Poole, who will give it back to Hogg. Then back to Lemon, who first touch will find Austin again. Austin goes forward into the middle to Poole, and then back to O'Connor. Steele's keeping possession well and pushing forward, not heavily, but slowly but surely, as Dolman's on the ball now. Back when it goes to O'Connor. O'Connor not really sure what his options, so he'll just return it to Dolman. Lots of orders from the Stocksbridge bench, but as Poole tries the 1-2, and that is when Bridlington are able to intercept, and they get the ball through to Dennison, and he's trying to get the beat in Oglesby, but Oglesby has him covered, and he will clear it out, and it will be a throw-in. So, waiting for this throw, which will be taken by Atri. As ball's pinged forward from the Steels, and Marshall's just pushed off his man. Marshall is now one-on-one with his fullback. He goes a bit further wide. The immediate opportunity has gone, but back to Poole, then to Austin. Now back to Marshall on the right. Then back to Poole, and Steele's in very comfortable passing positions, but not really breaking through as it goes back to Oglesby in the Steele's own half. Now over to Dolman on the left, who will take it forward. Pass to Watson, who just about keeps it in, but then tried to knock it off Atri, but Atri doesn't really well to keep it in himself, and into Bridlington's possession he goes. It's a bit of a wasted opportunity for Stocksbridge. As Norfolk put the ball back into the midfield as they push forward. Plenty of options for Bridlington as they do push forward a bit quicker than the Steels have been. Ball playing forward, and looking at it might be Stockhill, hasn't beaten the offside trap. Into the middle it goes, back to Stockhill. Stockhill takes shot, well blocked Oglesby. O'Connor flicks on, but it's back with Bridlington, who pushed forward here with Eldemir, the most potent Bridlington attacker, but his cross has been blocked by O'Connor. O'Connor has a possession, and he will find Watson with the ball forward, who tries to keep it in control, just about does, and keeps it in as well. Moves inside, back to Hogg, and back now to O'Connor on that left-hand side, through to Dolman, and Dolman will try and find Rawson, and then it takes touch of a brilliant defender, but Marshall gets in back to Dolman, who will heavy touch go forward, and he gets it with his pace, and he's now trying to beat his man, and well in from Lewis. It's going to go out for Stockbridge's first corner of the game. Some goals in promotion battles to say about Derby at 2-0 on Leighton Orient. Bradley scored, and Wrexham at 1-0 on Forest Green. Elliot Lee. Kyle Austin, though, is down at the moment, which is a concern. It's his debut today, the 17-year-old fullback. It's his first start. He made his debut last Saturday against North Ferriby, and obviously being a highly rated defender in the pit pathway system this season. A lot of fans have been excited to see him make this step up, and it will be really cruel to see it all end after just 22 minutes. Live on to administer treatment at the moment. So this would be a gutting blow for the young lad who would be having a good lengthy time on the pitch. Bailey Tide Baker's being sent to warm up in case he can't continue. And it is a fairly lengthy treatment now, which is obviously the longer it goes, the more concerned you do get. So hopefully Carly's now back to his feet, and he's going to just head off now on the opposite side. It's interesting, you can see where the experience helps, because Ben Townsend just told old Kyle to head over towards his right-hand side of his pitch to head off before he can return. On the left-hand side, when he be caught out of position for a bit, just shows you just those little things about football you need to learn as you enter this senior stage of your career. Thomas Poole on the corner kick here, with lots of movement inside the box. Marshall's being held completely. It's a poor one as Rawson tried to keep it into the far post. It goes out for a goal kick. And Austin does return to the pitch. Well, there's going to be a big score line in the promotion battle in the Northern Premier League East. Dunstan, fighting for that top spot, are losing 1-0 to Sheffield FC. Finn O'Boyle, the goal scorer. And so that is a big goal. And as the ball goes forward, Poole heads it to Rawson. Rawson lays it back off the Poole, but well intercepted by Norfolk, who's having a good game for Bridlington. And as it's a well-controlled one forward, but then Austin goes in, volleys it high up in the air, and it's just going to go out for a throw-in. And now it's James Hitchcock, the Bridlington goalkeeper, who is down, injured. And this is when I have to do plenty of Googling to see if any of these people on the Bridlington bench are goalkeepers, which I don't believe they are. So if Hitchcock can't continue, and Bridlington will hoping he desperately can, I believe we will be seeing the traditional non-league get an outfield player in, which I would suspect would mean the Steel's taking a few more pot shots from distance and a few more ping balls into the box. In better news for Sheffield Wednesday, Cardiff have equalised against Millwall. Yaku Maite has scored for the Bluebirds. Wrexham have gone 2-0 up on Forest Green while Mullins up. Hitchcock is back to his feet and should be able to continue. So we won't be seeing the outfield player in Bridlington's goal just yet. Atri with a throw now on the halfway line. With 25 minutes gone in this game, and it remains 0-0 here as Oglesby heads up to right side. Ademir clips it forward. Sani is offside, so it will be a free kick to the Steels. So back with Townsend now, who smashes that ball forward, almost falls to Rawson perfectly. In the end, Norfolk just boots it out for a throw-in. Back with Dolman now. And Dolman will find his option. He's going to try and find O'Connor, but cut out by Bridlington. And then O'Connor bundles into his man, and it will be a free kick to the away side. Can't say this one's been a thriller just yet. I don't think we've had a serious opportunity on goal other than Poole's long-range effort, and overall it's just been a fairly dull one. I think if it were Bridlington, this one wouldn't have persuaded you away from the coin pushers. Hitchcock sends it long. Oglesby heads it away, but he's over the top of his man, and it will be a free kick. Oglesby has been on the line with a few of those over this game so far, and this time has fallen foul of the referee. Sheffield FC are now 2-0 up on Dunstan. Finn O'Boyle has got another for the oldest club. Ping ball, looking for that far hand side. Townsend will claim it really well, but he's not got any break options, so he won't be moving that too quickly, and instead will wait for everyone to get back into position. Holds onto the ball still. Now booted ball forward, looking for Watson, and Watson gets beyond Aldemir and then passes it back to Dolman, then back to O'Connor. O'Connor will move sideways and switch it over to Austin. Can Austin use some of his pace now and get forward? He does, and he will try and put the cross in. It's a poor one in the end, and it's high into the bushes beyond the goal. Thought he might just go a bit further down. He's got plenty of pace, Kyle Austin. very good going forward as a wing back. He's definitely the modern sort of fullback that attacks often more than he defends. Right. He was used quite a bit in a 3-5-2 in the reserves as a traditional, well, traditional as the modern sort of wing back with the three centre backs with him. Bit of an adjustment now. He's playing in the back four today in Ian Richards' traditional 4-3-3. As Dennison looks to control the ball and get beyond his man, but then well in from O'Connor with a sliding challenge. Risky one to say he's on a yellow card still. Any connection, and it might have been him off. But, and then it will be a throw into Bridlington. Thrown down the field and cleared away. Done by Watson, and then Norfolk will claim, knocks it forward, but only for Oglesby to head away. Williamson will head it right back. Sarnie looks to control and just about gets away from Lemon, but then hogs in and then back to Austin, and Austin will now try and kill the pass forward, but it's intercepted. Well worked by Davidson, and all the way back now to Atri, who's been forced well back. Watson almost gets Atri on the press. Back to Hitchcock now, who will just send this forward. Dennison will look to control, gets a little shunt in the back from Dorman, and that was an off pass, but then Hogg gives it back to Sarnie, but then Dorman comes in tackles, but then Sarnie gets it back, and Sarnie commits the foul, and it will be a Steele's free kick. 29 minutes gone in this game, and absolutely nothing of note has happened. Our match report will be about 50 words at this moment, and it will be this game happened. And a bit of flotsam and looks like the referees believe Tommy Marshall is going to be sent over to the medical team. I'm going to guess we've got a bit of bleeding. Yep, just seen him spit some blood out, so he's going to need just a bit of treatment to cover it. And so the Steels will be temporarily down to 10 men while Liv administers treatment. And back it is with Sutton now, and Sutton will send this forward, but Oglesby heads it away, and Marshall is back, well, waiting to get his okay to come back on the pitch. Would have been in an ideal position then if he had been sent on, and now he returns, and Davidson will look for Sarnie, and Sarnie's offside again. The fans are getting a bit frustrated with Glenn Sarnie being offside behind fairly consistently. Now back with Townsend for this free kick. The good news for Sheffield Wednesday is that Hull City are winning 2-0 against QPR. Carvalho is the latest scorer. In a local fixture, Barnsley have equalised against Reading. Phillips has scored. It's 1-1 between the Tanks and the Royals. Watson is close to the corner flag. He slips over as he ends up doing quite a bit. Loses the ball to Adamir, who then clears away, but only to Dorman, who will try and pull the cross in. Head away, behind Marshall it goes, and then Sutton able to clear out, but only back to Austin, who, heavy touch, will take him out to the right-hand side. Got an option of Marshall, and he will take it, and then it's back to Poole, who will move into the middle, thinking of the shot, but wasn't on his favoured foot. Instead, he will ping it out to the left to Dorman, who's got lots of space, but instead takes the short pass to O'Connor. O'Connor's going to put a cross in, headed away. Hogg will now take it. He's going to, instead of going for an audacious header, will try and volley it to the left, but it's intercepted, and Bridlington will end up heading it out, and it will be a throw into the Steels. It's O'Connor on the ball now. Clever little play gets him past Sarnie, and then finds Dorman on the left, and Dorman will have a bit of pressure on him, and he earns a free kick from it. Quite a light one the Steels have earned, but can they take advantage of it? It's right at the edge of the pitch on that left wing, so I don't think Poole will get too much of a run up. But it's a good chance for him to get a ball into the box. With the likes of Luke Rawson. Luke Rawson, who's 8 on 18 goals, and he's desperate to get to the magic 20 number. He'll need 2 more in these last 3 games. Poole off the ball looking for that far post, but it's beyond everyone. Marshall's closest to it. It's going to be a goal kick. 32 minutes gone in this game. Remains 0-0. And that is for the lack of trying. Been ascending off at Belper. It is the former Steels player and son of Steels official Dave Rhodes. Ben Rhodes has been given his marching orders for Belper. And Carlton, a 2-0 for Newton Aycliffe. Niall Davey has scored. As Austin goes a bit further wide and tries to knock it off Stockill and does do so, gets the throw in. Talk about Carlton's transformation. They would have been in the relegation playoff if not for reprieves last year, so could have even gone step 5. A lot of the step 4 teams lost to their step 5 counterparts in those relegation playoffs. But this year we're going to be in the playoffs. It's a fantastic change and should give Steels hope that they can do the same next year as Watson looks to get past Aldemir. Trying to get down the left-hand side and then forced back. Back to O'Connor. Takes it on his right. Feints and then goes further right. Now puts a shot in. It's been deflected and will go out for a corner kick. The Stocksbridge's second corner game. They'll be hoping for a better one than their first. Steels fan trying to rally him a bit over on that far hand side. I do think his outswingers tend to be better. And this time Rawson tries to get a touch onto it, keeps it just in misjudged bounce. Those be headed back to Dorman, who is going to volley it right back in. No one's there for it and ends up looping over the bar anyway. And Ian Richards is doing the shouts that I think normally the fans would do of shoot, shoot, and shoot. In the championship promotion battle, Ipswich have equalised against Middlesbrough. Massimo Luongo has scored. Ball ping forward, headed forward for looking for Sarni, but Hogg gets in there, but only gives it back now to Davison, who's lofted one over the top. It's bounced awkwardly, almost in Sarni's benefit, but Townsend comes out with his feet and then will boot that one away, but only to Norfolk. And Norfolk's trying to keep it in, gets it to Sarni, and then in from Dorman to stop the tackle and stop an attempt on goal while Townsend was off his line. That bounce on the awkward pitch, almost favouring Bridlington. Almost gave the ball to Sarni. He's been Bridlington's liveliest attacker so far. Does make you hungry, doesn't it, saying that a lot? Thrown forward looking for Sarni, and O'Connor is all over him as he tries to put the ball in, and O'Connor gets a block, and it will be a corner to Bridlington. Chicken and bacon. Does that work together in a sense? That's the only reason why I know, but I've never tried it. Yeah, but that's in mayo. Anyway, short. It has gone short to Sarni. Appeals. It's gone out. Sarni beats one man. O'Connor gets a good tackle in though, and then Oglesby clears it away. Headed back into the fray though, and about 40 yards from goal currently. But then it's a poor pass from Lewis and cleared away, looking for Watson, but headed away before it can get to him, and back it goes into Bridlington's central defence. They ping a ball forward. Austin can only head it back, and then Oglesby will clear it away, looking for Rawson, but only back for Sutton to head away. Goes to Poole in midfield, and Poole is forced back before he clips it over to Dolman on the left. Dolman will now carry it forward. Watson's an option further ahead of him, and he will take it. And Watson's looking to beat Atri, but Atri comes off the better there. Back with Oglesby now. In short to O'Connor. O'Connor just cuts in the inside and will then lay it back to Lemon, who will carry this forward. Been well at centre back today as he gives it short to Poole. Gives it to Hogg, then short to Marshall, who turns well and now gets a chance to run at his defender. Finds Austin on the overlap. Austin will have to fight to keep it in though. He doesn't do so, and it is out for a corner flag. The pass just a bit too heavy. This is a very young Steel side today. The majority of players are aged under 23. It's kind of mad really, just with the injuries and suspensions that the Steel's facing. But Tussle side's not really been able to do too much yet. As Sarni controls the ball and too much shirt pulling from Lemon, and it will be a free kick. .37 minutes gone, it is 0-0. And it's back with Hitchcock to take this free kick. And Hitchcock smashes it off the top of the stand, which is the loudest Brackenmore has got, because it's the most exciting it has got here at Brackenmore today. It's even got one of our younger fans waving the scarf about, we are trying to have as much fun as we can. Austin gives it short to Oglesby, and he will then first touch pass it over to Dolman on the left-hand side. Ball is currently with Hogg as he gives it back to Oglesby. But then headed away. Hogg headed forward only to Poole, and Poole takes the touch back to O'Connor. And O'Connor now short to Dolman, who's trying to come forward with it. Trying to get beyond Davidson, but ends up dribbling it out of play, and it will be a throw-in. Head away by Oglesby and clear forward. Rawson will look to challenge for it, takes the touch off, but then intercepts and knocked forward. Dennison on the ball looking to turn. Hogg gets a foot in, but it's still with Davidson now, who brings it forward and looking for Aldemir, but then Lemon has intercepted it, tries to knock it off Sarni, but Sarni has kept it in. Lemon gone in a bit country both sides. Nothing given either way. Sarni will continue with it, puts the cross in, looking for Williams to the far side, heads it back into the box onto the ground. Back to Norfolk, who takes a drill shot, and it's not too far wide of the post. It's Bridlington's best passage of play all game, and Norfolk in the end sends it a few yards wide. Aid. But Steels, though, thought there was a foul in the build-up, thought Sarni had fouled Lemon, and it's Bridlington's manager applauding the referee for that decision, which makes me think, yes, it probably was a foul. Ball gone forward, kept in by Dorman. Not forward by Norfolk. Dennison will head it on, but it's over. Sarni will be out for a throw-in. Ball flung forward and will be headed away. Some big goal in the relegation battle, which we will tell you about shortly. And we'll tell you about now because Dennison's just dribbled it out of play. So goals to say about firstly, Cleethorpes are now 2-0 upon Belper. Paul Walker scored. That's against a 10-man of Belper after Ben Rose was sent off. And in the relegation battle, Ossick United are leading 1-0 against North Ferriby. That will plunge the other teams into some real trouble here as Watson has one to chase as he runs on with Ben Lewis. And Watson has it, looks to cut in. He's going to go close to the byline. Great work by Watson. Can he find someone in the middle? No, it's been blocked and then cleared, but only back to O'Connor. Urge to shoot, takes a shot, it's well over. Can't blame him for the shots, but he got two underneath it and it was well over. Much better than Jack Watson with some really good play on the left-hand side. Doesn't really. In the Premier League, Wolves are leading 1-0 against Nottingham Forest. Santos Carrero de Cunha, Matthias Cunha, no, obviously, has put the Wolves ahead. Ball goes forward and headed on by Norfolk. He gets footing, but it just goes back to Davidson, who will try to get it forward, but ends up just knocking out for a throw-in. 41 minutes gone. Remains 0-0 here. There's been a few efforts from distance, but nothing really of note. As O'Connor puts it aside to Poole. Poole opens up for him. Tries to find Austin well in from Sutton to intercept, and Sutton will look to turn this into the counter-attack, but Osley's in really well. Poole is now on it, trying to shield the ball away, getting it further out to the right at the moment. Forced backwards, and Sarni's in, and Sarni knocked Sarni over, but there will be no free kick. Back with Hogg now, and Hogg will lay it forward to Ross, and a tackle goes in, and Hogg goes in, and there will be a foul as late tackle from Bridlington. Well, I'm trying to think which way it's gone, actually. I think it's gone Bridlington's way. I think Hogg left his foot in a bit too much there. Tyler's gone Bridlington's way. One of those where I thought he could have gone either. So it will be a free kick to the away side, who were wanting one. Dunstan have got one back against Sheffield FC. Jack Maskell has scored as they look to keep their promotion bid alive. automatic promotion bid, though, was probably going to definitely be in the playoffs. Right now it's with Lewis. He's looking to get it to the right-hand side. We're controlled on that. Then back it goes to Norfolk, and then through to the middle. Sarni takes a touch and back to the right. Ping cross blocked, appeals for a handball, are not given, and Darman will take the touch and boot that one away, and goes all the way to Watson now, who takes it to his feet really well, doubles back, tries to find Rawson with the overlap, but Sutton goes in with a key tackle, and it is out for a corner kick over on that left-hand side. Liversidge have equalised against Consett. Eddie Church, the goal scorer. And Birmingham City are 2-0 up on Coventry. Ivan Sunic has scored. Hull will have a chance to ping corner. I think it's both the corners, to be honest. I mean, a bit poor so far. Hopefully this one will be better. And maybe we'll see the opening goal. Wouldn't that be a miracle? Hull with the corner. It's a good lofted one in. Well, LPG head goes to Dorman, takes shot, blocked. It's still on with Rawson trying to control it. Back to Dorman, who takes shot, blocked again. Back with Dorman, who's going to get it out to the left to Poole, who tries to put the ball in, and it's just going to be sliced a bit, but before Bridlington do get it away. That's not the best defending or attacking from either side, and in the end, Bridlington won out the battle of mediocrity up there. Ping ball into the box now. He's going to be claimed by Hitchcock. 44 minutes gone. We are heading towards half-time here. Hitchcock will clear that one away. Out to the right-hand side, into the middle, loose pass. Poole gets in onto it, though. Poole looks to find Watson behind him out for a Bridlington throw-in. Cleethorpes are 3-0 up on Belper. They've taken full advantage of the extra man. Harvey Tomlinson has scored. Cleethorpes are our next opponents next Saturday. So the referee, they're saying 2 minutes of added time. 2 minutes of this arc we have to, I think, endure is probably the correct word. Not been a great match as Bridlington have a throw-in into the Steel's half. I suspect in the second half you might see only Nova come on to try and spark up this attack a bit. Might see Daniel Hernandez come on for Bridlington to do the same. Throwing goes forward, but O'Connor intercepts, but he just clears out for another throw-in in an identical position. It is the Groundhog Day of throw-ins at the moment. And everyone go in, and that was immediately returned out. So will be out for a Stocksbridge throw, and they'll get it forward, and going to go out for another Stock throw, but this time we're back in Bridlington's half. Dawn will throw the forward to Watson, who controls, and it's going to go back. He looks to switch play, and Austin will have to chase it down to get it. Does do so. Forced back, though. Turns and crosses the halfway line. Tries pass forward, blocked, and now it could be the counter-attack on. It's with Davidson now, but Marshall comes in really well from behind and tackle. Austin finds Marshall. Is this their counter-attack that the Steels need? Marshall trying to go down the right-hand side. His lane has been blocked, and he will have to return it now back to Lemon, who was almost going to switch it, but Poole blocked his pass. So now it's shut to Hogg here on the right-hand side. Forward to Lemon, who then finds Marshall. Great play from Rawson. Marshall down the right. Can he find anyone in the middle? But no, he's been blocked off by Sutton. And now Marshall trying to do a few step overs. Doesn't really work out for him. Tacker goes in. And even though it's in an attack position, we will have half time. So it's 0-0 here between Stocksbridge Park Shields and Bridlington Town. Normally this is where I do a wrap-up of like big chances and goals and anything of note. I'll see you in 15 minutes. Goodbye. Hello and welcome back to Brecon Moor for this Northern Premier League East match between Stocksbridge Park Shields and Bridlington Town. It's 0-0 here, and here, as I commentator, Adam Allcroft is my name, and we are sponsored by Jason Rawson, carpet fitter and supplier. Let's do the recap of the first half. That's the recap sorted. Let's get on with the second half. Thomas Poole stands over the ball, ready to get us underway. The Grand National has just started at the same time here, and we will has just gone off. We will let you know about who's the winners from the Grand National, so you don't have to watch it. You can listen to us instead. We'll keep you up to date what matters. And here we go. So the game back underway. So Thomas Poole gets us started with Stocksbridge Park Seals wearing the yellow shirt, blue shorts and blue socks, kicking from right to left, while Bridlington Town in the all-red kit, kicking from left to right. It's Davidson. We'll read out the teams to you shortly. Davidson's on the ball and tries to find the overlap, but Lemon intercepts, and now it's Hogg, and cuts down. He intercepts in a good position, and he's back into midfield, clips over the top, looks for Dennison, but it's just going to go bounce out for a goal kick. So the teams are as follows. There's no changes from either side in the half-time break. So it's Ben Townsend in goal for Stocksbridge, then Kyle Austin, Jack Gorman, Luke Hogg, Charlie Oglesby, Jordan Lemon, Tommy Marshall, Alex O'Connor, Luke Rawson, Thomas Poole and Jack Watson. The bench is Bailey Ty Baker, Alex Phillipson, Ollie Novak, Andy Ring and Curtis Turner. For Bridlington, it's James Hitchcock in goal. Then it's Bobby Atry, Will Sutton, Pete Davidson, James Williamson, Ben Lewis, Ali Aldemir, Andrew Norfolk, Lewis Dennison, Glenn Sarney, Adam Stockhill. The bench is Harry Milner, Finley Southcote, Dan Billington-Boutte, Daniel Ned and Mark Wayne. As Gorman's found Watson really well. Watson getting past now. Atry clips the ball into the box. Head away before he can get to Marshall. Oh, but Watson's won it back inside the box. He's rebounded right to the edge. Poole just misses his kick. So he thought that Williamson was going to get the first touch. But now O'Connor's trying to get on the ball, though. It's back with Norfolk, who just boots that one away. Stocksbridge have been more lively in that 1 minute of the second half than they were the entirety of the 45 minutes. Jack Watson is showing plenty of liveliness up front. There's news from the Grand National. If you put a bet on the favourite, correct Rambler, you've already lost. He's gone out already on the first jump. It's a fool's game, isn't it, really? Austin with the throw. Thrown up, headed away, and then Poole headed forward. And Marshall wins it really well. Watson's a good pass on if he can find it, but maybe delayed it too long and then just pass it back to Dorman. Marshall wants it back, but Dorman will go on his own now. Dorman trying to find Watson, it's behind him, and it goes out for a throw-in. It's not been Dorman's best performance today. So now back it is with Atry for this throw. Watson remains on the left wing, Marshall on the right, Thomas Poole in central midfield today. As Dorman wins that header, gets it called to O'Connor, tries to keep it in, back to Oglesby, who clips it over the top, but unchallenged header for Atry, gets it back into midfield. O'Connor wins it well. Poole flicks it on, and then Rawson sends it out to the right. It's a foot race that should be won by Stockhill. If it don't go out first, it will go out first and be a throw-in. Stocksbridge, who could have opened themselves up with a bit of a poor pass and have let Bridlington back onto the ball now. If you had Statler in the horse race in the Grand National, he has now gone pulled up. As Bridlington picks it up forward, Oglesby trying to cover, and he turns really well, trying to avoid Sarney tackling him. He's done it a few times. Gets to Dorman, gets it caught under his feet a bit, and then knocks forward to Watson, who looks to turn and loses out on that one to Aldemir, who's not been as lively in front as we would expect, but he could be his half. You never know. It's a nice little ball to Sarney there. Dorman's coming really well. Back ball, but he's been forced into his own corner flag, and then Dorman now does clear it away, and Hogg slips as he was just about to get it, but goes to Poole anyway, and back to Hogg. Hogg now sends one long, looking for Watson. Should drop for Atry to head away. Does do so. Back to Poole, chests it down. Rawson gets touched it onto Marshall, forced backwards. Over to Austin on the right. And he can't control it. Will go out for a throw-in. 48 minutes gone. Remains 0-0 here. As Dennison's just got the beating of Jordan Lemon. Dennison into the box on the left-hand side. Great slant chance for Oglesby. Dennison's still on it. And then Townsend tackle as if he's the centre-back, gets it away. Now with O'Connor. Now to Watson. Doubles back and now goes forward, looking for the pass through to Rawson. Good tackle, stopped against him, but Watson blocks the clearance out for Hillsborough. That seems to have got the fans a bit livened up. Mr. Incredible has fallen and Marla Mission as well. Mr. Incredible's on my horses, damn it. That's in the Grand National, and Lemon slices one forward and it goes out to play. Will be a Bridlington throw-in. Leading the Grand National at the moment is Glenn Gooley and Foxy Jacks. As this throwing is just taking its time because they're checking the ball. Aldemir looks a bit frustrated with the delay. He'll get it now. No. Throwing down the line, looking for Dennison, who created a really good opportunity for himself. Steele's just about able to get it away. Trying to get past Oglesby. Oglesby's dispossessed him. But now Dennison's got it back off Oglesby. Dennison goes down. It will be a free kick on the edge of the area. On the right-hand side, Bridlington believe it was inside. It weren't too far off, though, and it's going to be a really difficult one to defend. So, going off for Conic. Bridlington are usually very good at their set pieces, and it's a big opportunity for the away side. Plenty of people in the box. They've also, what I'm watching is Davidson completely unmarked just outside the box. Norfolk chipping the ball, looks at the far post. Townsend juggles and claims. It looked a bit dangerous for a moment, but Townsend claims it really well. Rolls it out to Austin, who has some space to move into. He's going to take that space now. Finds Marshall on the right, coming forward. Marshall with his own space to move into. Gets down that right-hand side. It's well covered now, and he's going to need a bit of help on that right-hand side as he goes towards the corner flag. Knocks it off his defender, earns the corner kick. So corner kick for the Steels. Thomas Poole over it now. So Thomas Poole, we need a better set piece than we saw in the first half. Here it comes, pinged in. Looking for that into the middle, headed away by Bridlington. Dorman will head it right back. It bounces and it's headed just over. It's going to be a goal kick. I think it's claimed that Watson got the touch last, and that's the way of doing it. And that's the way it looks like. And it's just unlucky. Dorman with a good header there. It looping well. It might have looped in if Watson hadn't touched it. He looked a bit frustrated with himself after that one. Eldorado Allen is now leading the Grand National. So apparently it's also being led by one of the horses that's got rid of its jockey. Ball goes forward. Hogg will only head up it onto the end, out for a throw-in. Thrown forward, headed on by Dennison, and touch away by Lemon before Bridlington can break in. Poole will take the touch and trying to get control of it. Under some pressure, nothing given, but O'Connor wins the tackle before Norfolk tries a shot, but it looped right into the arms of Townsend. Big news in the relegation battle. Pontefract are leading 1-0 against Brighouse. That has opened it up for Grantham Town to escape today if they can take the lead against Ashington. Poor pass from Stocksbridge gives it right back to Bridlington. Ping ball forward. Finds Dennison. Dennison comes forward here. Dennison with the finish. Great save, Townsend. Corner kick. It's the biggest chance of the game so far. Dennison with some pace moving into the box, but Townsend with a great save blocks it, and he will go out for a corner kick. It remains 0-0 here, but only because of Townsend. And there you go, the winner. You may have heard it all the time now that Iron Maximus has won the Grand National. We'll try and give you a full look down to like the top 5 that you usually get. I was expecting some of the players to be cursing after that. Lofted ball here, looking for the far post, which is going to loop over and out for a goal kick. So currently for Townsend, who has to, with no one behind that goal at the moment, Townsend's had to go fetch his own ball. Kind of Smythe was the one who scored for Pontefract, by the way, to put them ahead against Breghouse in that West Yorkshire derby. Townsend pings it forward, looking for Rawson. Headed on to Watson. Good control by Watson. Dolman is an overlap option. Finds Dolman. Dolman's looking to beat Atri for pace. Dolman, poor cross to father, but Rawson heads it just over Rawson. His biggest chance. I thought Dolman's cross was overhit for a moment, but Rawson managed to adjust his run to get dumping onto it. It's just over from the forward, looking to get to 20. He's on 18 goals right now, and he almost made it 19 there. It remains 0-0 here. Colton off, 3-0 up on Newton Aycliffe. Nathan Watson, the goal scorer. So now back with Hitchcock, who sends the ball long. Oh, bounce over the top and over the top of Austin there. Sarni's onto it on the left wing. Sarni trying to beat Austin for pace. Ace down that left-hand side. Austin tracking him all the way. Austin now getting into him and getting the tackle in. And now it is cleared away. Marshall trying to get it a bit further on, but he loses the ball to Sutton, who then comes forward. Switches it over to Davison in central midfield. Thinks it forward. Great 1-2 pass, and it's opened up for Adamir, who breaks into the box. But then his touch is heavy, and it goes out for a goal kick. Townsend's closing down. Has done really well there as well. Hull City made 3-0 against QPR. Jaden Filigani has scored. Ball through to Watson now, and Watson going to go further out to the left. Double back, puts in, right foot pass into middle to Hogg. Watson's an option as he goes forward. Austin gets it now. Caught under his feet for a second, and now we'll find Marshall with the pass. Austin continuing to go forward. What is it? Now back in Hogg. Now trying to find Austin, and comes off his chest, and then Bridlington get onto it. Well in from Hogg, and bounced off a Bridlington player, and kept in well by Sarni, then tackled by Lemon. Through to Poole in the middle. Poole's going to try and find Dom on the left. It's a great pass from Poole over Dom on the left. Kicks it forward to Watson, a bit too overhit maybe, but Watson is just able to keep it in. Bit of a battle with the full-back. He's forced into his own corner flag, but then Watson will now put the cross in right-footed, overhit, and Marshall can't keep it in. It goes out for a goal kick. 57 minutes. Remains 0-0. So the top 4, by the way, for the Grand National, Iron Maximus won it. Then it's Delta Work, Manila Indo, and in 4th is Galvin. And one of those was my horses. So back now with Hitchcock. Who sends it long now. Oh, there's a big goal in the relegation battle and a shot goal, really, to tell you about. Out, but we will do that in the next break in play as Lemon blocks the tackle over to Hogg. Hogg controls it, going out to the right-hand side, sends it long, looking for Rawson, who controls it a bit, sort of, but then loses it to Norfolk. Out to the left-hand side, Stockhill is trying to find Sarni. Should be covered by Lemon, but he is going to have to take a touch. Back to Townsend, who will boot that one upfield. Intercepted by Bridlington, but then back we got O'Connor, and Dolman miscontrols it, goes over to the left-hand side, and he will keep it in, though. Now to O'Connor, who carries it forward, O'Connor. Nowhere to go, and he'll double back and then set over to left to Dolman. Dolman carries it forward, and now to Rawson, who controls well and will push forward, shoves off his man, tries to find Marshall with a pass, but it's well blocked by Ben Lewis, who then will give it back to Hitchcock. Marshall will press, Hitchcock takes the touch and then clears it downfield. Dolman gets the first touch over to O'Connor, heads it backwards. Watson has to double back for it. He'll give it all the way back to Townsend, and Townsend will first touch, boot it away. Sarni was well onto that. Will be caught into the air. Hogg heads it forward. Poole tries to get onto it, but Lewis was the first man on. Now Davidson is trying to get into an advanced position. He's been forced wide though. He gives it to Stockhill on the left. Tries to get inside well in from Lemon, who's had a good game at centre back, and then Hogg will now send it forward, but it's going to be intercepted by Lewis, and then back to Hitchcock, who will ping that one well forward. Oglesby will head it back now with Hogg in midfield. Hogg, give it sideways to O'Connor. O'Connor will now push it forward. Dolman and Watson are options. O'Connor now puts in, gives it to Watson, who looks to turn. Back to O'Connor. O'Connor takes shot. It's been deflected. Rawson tried to get a foot onto it, but it's back now with Hitchcock. Goals to tell you about. Bottom place Winterton are leading 1-0 against top of the table Stockton. Adam Bartham, the goal scorer. Pontefract a 2-0 up on Brighouse. Adam Hall has scored from the spot. Ponte a 2-1 up on Liversidge. Ben Ramsey has scored again, this time from the spot. And Curtis Basin has made it 4-0 for Cleethorpes against Belper. Stocksbridge sent a long ball forward. Rawson pressing for it. That caused Lewis a problem, and he does end up having just to boot that one out to play. Lewis is typically a fullback for Bridlington, but he's in centre back today, much like Jordan Lemon on the other side. Nottingham Forest are leading 2-1 against Wolves. Dos Santos de Oliveira has scored for them. Austin with the throw-in now. Goes now field to Marshall, puts the ball in. Watson can't get the clean foot onto it. Would have been a shot on goal if he had. Cleared away now. Goes out for a throw-in. So back with Austin now. With this throw-in just inside Bridlington's half. Throws it long foot. Rawson tries to head into the middle, but only Norfolk can clear it away. Goes to Dennison. Hogg wins it off him. Gets it through to Rawson. Then back to Poole, who sends one over the top for Marshall on that right wing. Pushes Stockhill off really well, Marshall. Marshall trying to move into the box. Clip cross into the middle. No one's there for it. Aldemir will head it out, but only to Dolman. Dolman will put it into the middle to O'Connor. O'Connor tries to open up his body, but will instead just return it to Dolman. Then back to O'Connor, then to Poole, tries to flick it into the box to Watson, who's been forced backwards. It's clipped, but there'll be nothing given. Sarni has the ball now for Bridlington. Back to Aldemir, who will be charged down by Hogg for a throw-in. Back with A-Tree. Sends it forward. O'Connor will head it back into the middle, and it's well won though by Davidson, who then gets it over to Stockdale on the left, who's trying to get more into the game, but ball forward is intercepted by Austin, but it's a heavy touch. It just gives it back to Williamson, who tries to get his way through, and then to Dennison, but blocked by Lemon, but back to Bridlington, who first time touch from Davidson will send it over to the right to Aldemir, who now faced up with Dolman on this side. He now sends across towards the near post. Well claimed by Townsend. Doncaster having a great game. They're 3-0 up on Accrington. Birmingham City are definitely going to win against Coventry. Stansfield has made it 3-0 for the Blues. Watson slips as he tries to go through, but he's still going to stay on the ball. Gets a bit of a clip. Going to be advantage given before he eventually goes down, and the free kick is given. You could hear that crack on his ankles from here. And bringing the coaching stuff or having a few words with the referee as that one was given, but as James Williamson gets a bit of a talking to. That foul. Lemon now. The ball takes it short to Poole, then back to Lemon. Then over to O'Connor, then to Poole, and Poole is on halfway line at the moment, and he has to give it back because of the really well organised Bridlington defence. Oglesby will cling it over to the right hand side, and Marshall will head it forward. Can Hogg keep it in? He does keep. No, he doesn't actually. Ah, that's a shame. It will be throwing to Bridlington. I suspect we will see Ollie Novak soon to try and change this attacking impetus from the Steels as Austin battled to keep that in, got a foot onto it, but can't do so. So 64 minutes are gone in this game. It remains 0-0 in what is the opposite of a thriller. Brentford are leading 1-0 against Sheffield United. Ollie Arblaster scored an own goal. Sarni's trying to beat his man, but Willby's got in with a good tackle. Will be throwing in an attacking position for the away side. Ty Baker actually could be going on as well. That could be might be on for Kyle Austin. Not an attacking change really, but there's a Bridlington do ping a ball into the box. Oglesby heads it away, and then practically edge area, but Poole is clipped as he tries to defend by Andy Norfolk, and both players are down injured at the moment. So Poole is going to get up. Looks like he might be able to get up soon. Manchester City are leading 2-0 against Luton. Mateo Kovacic has scored, and Wolves have equalised against Forest. Matthias Stakuna has scored again. So it's with Townsend on the edge of the area. He's going to do it short to Lemon now and then sling it out to Austin on the right. Takes the touch Austin, then finds Marshall ahead of him. Marshall falls back to Hogg, takes the touch, and he'll carry forward. Takes touch and then finds Rawson in the middle. Rawson cuts in, and then we'll swing it out to the left. Dorman has to just take a few steps back to collect it, but does do so. Carries on forward, Dorman, trying to get on the outside, but that's well won by Davidson before Bridlington are able to clear. Oglesby can only head up into the air. Austin then gets the head up through to O'Connor, who has space open up in front of him. Gives it to Dolman on the left. Now to Watson, who will try to backheel it, but that was well read by Aldemir, and he intercepts and clears it, but comes off Denison's chest, and it will be a throw. Workstop are losing 2-0 in their match. Curtis Turner, who we thought was on the bench to make up numbers, looks like he will actually be coming on shortly. As Watson tried to get through, but it ends up giving it to Poole instead, back with Hogg. Hogg will have to just give it back to Lemon. Lemon tries to get it forward to Marshall, who tries to get the control, but he loses up out of that one, and all the way back it's going to go to Hitchcock, who boots it first time, back to Hogg, who comes off Hogg and gives it to Norfolk. He's going to be forced back Norfolk, and then over to the left to Sutton. Sutton carrying it forward now, and it's a good pass to find Williamson, who's come forward as well. Back to the left it goes, but the offside flag is up, and that stops that fairly well-worked move by Bridlington. Barnett has made it 5-0 to Wrexham against Forest Green. Looking at that league table at the moment, really tight at the bottom. Stocksbridge not safe just yet. Sting will be heading off after playing well over an hour in his first start for Steele. He'll be replaced by Bailey Ty Baker. And if that Curtis Turner is coming on as well, he'll be replacing Ty Marshall. So a double substitute. I am surprised that we haven't seen Novak come on yet. Arsenal has got some attacking opportunity today, but we'll see Poole now head over to. Oh no, actually, seems because Dolman looks like he's taking a more advanced position. Well, it looks like the Steel's actually switching to a 3-4-3 now with Lemon, Baker, and Oglesby as the centre backs. Isaac Phillipson, who maybe is not the one who's come on to help with that option. Brentford are now 2-0 up on Sheffield United. Mikkel Damsgaard has scored for the Bees. So now Stocksbridge have the throw through Baker. 69 minutes gone. And still barely anything has happened here. Turner, ping the ball forward. Watson will head it on ahead of him, but then well won by Sutton, who then clears it out for a throw-in. Well, it's a bad day for Brighouse. They're now losing 3-0 to Pontefract. Bailey Thompson, the scorer. Thrown to Turner here, then back to Baker, who's been forced backwards. Left footer puts the crossing, cleared away by Lewis, and it'll be another throw for the Steels, who are having a decent spell up front, but nothing clear-cut just yet. From forwards to Turner. Turner trying to get past his man, but it's going to be well marshalled before it touches taken, but Bridlington's defender is able to just clear it away. Lemon's going to send it first time towards the left. Dorman fighting with Aldemir for it. Dorman's got the battle. Both go down together. The free kick has somehow gone Bridlington's way. Don't know how. I thought that was if it was going to be a foul either way. Aldemir stays down clutching his ankle. So I don't think I saw a touch on his ankle. Steels got unlucky on that occasion. So there you go. There's a substitute for Bridlington. Glenn I think, has been Bridlington's best player in this game. He's heading off, and he'll be replaced by Daniel Hernandez, another one of the former Hull City Academy players that are in their team. Lots of them, considering is unsurprising considering where they are. A lot of these players have also played for Scarborough at one point as well. Ball goes forward, bounces over the head of Dennison, but can only be headed away by Hogg, out for a Bridlington throw. Pontefract are now 4-0 up on Bringhouse. Bailey Thompson has scored again. As ball goes to Bridlington's left-hand side. Baker goes in with a tackle, but it's back with Dennison. Tries to get past Hogg. Hogg gets shoved over in the meantime, and the free kick is eventually given for that. 71 minutes gone. And it's still 0-0 in this opposite of O'Neill. News from Hillsborough. Liam Palmer has put Sheffield Wednesday ahead against Stoke City. And I've been told what a strike from one of the fans. So Sheffield Wednesday leading 1-0. I believe that it means that they will climb out of the relegation zone today for the first time since August. I think that's what they call a great escape, if they pull that off. Ball forward, and Hogg can only head it out for another throw-in. Ball goes back to Oglesby now. He takes time with it. And now we'll send it forward, looking for Dorman, who cuts inside, takes a touch, back to Poole. Oh, right-footed is not sure what to do, so he's going to find O'Connor on that left-hand side, who comes forward, cuts inside, skips past one player, but then Norfolk goes in with a tackle, and good physical work from him to stop. O'Connor get it back, just to clear it out for a throw-in. Back with Lemon now, who's on the left-hand side, trying to clip the ball into the box, but unchallenged away. Baker will have to come cover that one. Takes the touch, Baker. Forward to Hogg. Forced backwards, then to Turner, who is it now back to Baker, who's trying to get forward with it, but that is blocked off, and it will now be back with Bridlington. Sutton sends it downfield, and it's beyond Oglesby. Townsend's going to have to chase it down because otherwise Hernandez will get onto it, and Townsend does and just boots that one out of play. Will actually bounce on the halfway and before going out and gives Townsend plenty of time to return to his goal. Doncaster are 4-0 up. Bailey has scored for the Rovers. I think any thought that they're going to get relegated is now over. As Hogg tried to switch play, but it's well won by Norfolk. Norfolk lays past in the middle, but Baker with some good defending He'll knock it off Hernandez. It stays in, but then Oglesby clears it away. That was almost turned dangerous itself. And now Davidson's going to come down that left-hand side. Cuts in, trying now surrounded by a few Steele's players, and gives it back to Williamson, who is then tackled by Horgan, but it's just going to be back to Sutton, who puts the ball into the middle. It's going to bounce a bit awkwardly, just away from Townsend for a second, who drops it and only just knocks it away, and it's not gone really well there. Back to Norfolk, who's going to take the shot, and with Townsend out of his goal, no one's there for it, and while Stockhill trying to get onto it, he can't do anything, and Townsend, I think, may have hurt himself while getting onto that. Clumsy from Townsend, who's had a really good game so far, and they've been unfortunate there, and Liv will go on to some treatment for Ben Townsend, who may have just caught himself on something as he was trying to get onto that. So Liv is getting administering treatment to Townsend. Well, we definitely won't be staying safe today. Grantham Town have taken lead against Ashington through former Steels player Elliot Walker. What this means, though, is Brighouse now drop into the bottom two. We are 8 points above Brighouse. Brighouse with 3 games remaining. We would have to now rely on Brighouse losing their game in hand away at Consett on Tuesday. Townsend is back to his feet and should be able to return, so doesn't look like this will be the Steel safety day, or Bridlington's for that matter. Actually, that's a really bad result for Bridlington. That gives him a bit into the trouble still. Especially depending on how Grantham and Brighouse do on their games in hand. Toss it, though, with the extra game in hand and all. Townsend switches it out to Lemon on that left-hand side, gets it under control, right-footed, sending it long. Look for Watson, who's in centre forward at the moment. Headed up into the air, and then Watson looking to win it back and gets the touch and then goes down, but only Turner who flicks it over, looking for Dolman, but Sutton will just clear that one away. Goes back to Hogg, who loses out to Hernandez on that occasion, and Hernandez will try and get down the left-hand side, comes off Hogg last, and it will be a Bridlington throw. Oh, just heard Ollie Novak's getting shouted over. Looks like he'll be the next man on. Swansea City have got a lead against Rotherham, and Rinomata own goal has put the Swans ahead. Sheffield just got their own throw in after that one quickly. Baker throw down to Watson, touches it back to Turner, then back to Baker, who drills it off Davidson. Will be a throw-in. "77 minutes gone in this game. It remains 0-0 in touch forward to Rawson. Rawson goes forward to Watson. Watson tries to have it under control, tries to get the beating of Sutton, but Sutton wins it off him well. It's been a day of the defences for both teams so far. Those of you head that one away to Hogg, can't keep it in, throw into Bridlington. Manchester City are now leading 3-0 against Luton. Erling Haaland penalty. From short, and now it's through to Williamson. Williamson carrying it forward, lays it off to Norfolk. Norfolk takes the effort, and it's as far wide as the 6-yard area, so it's a goal kick. Ollie Novak is ready to come on. He'll be the last substitute for the Steels. I suspect we might see some... I'm not trying to think who actually will come off for him. Burnley are leading against Brighton. Josh Brownhill scoring as Rawson controls and gives it back to O'Connor. O'Connor lays it off to Watson. Watson trying to find Turner on the overlap. Takes a little deflection. That allows Sutton to just boot that one away. Didn't go out to play until well beyond it was expected, so it is a throw now. Still waiting to see when Novak will make his appearance. To Turner, then back to Baker, who will drill it forward, and Watts tried to get onto it, but well won by Sutton into the midfield now for Norfolk, who clips it over the top, but back for Townsend. Oh boy, this is nothing interesting, is it? Back to Townsend, who rolls it out to Oglesby. He takes the touch over to Lemon. Then back to Oglesby. Left footed forward. Going to be headed away. Headed on by Rawson, actually, but only for Stockhill just to clear that away. Even though both teams aren't technically safe just yet, it is absolutely got the rhythm of a pre-season game where neither team has anything to play for at the moment. It is bad news for Wednesday. Stoke City have equalised. Luke Cundle, the man. That puts Wednesday back into the bottom three. Well, that was some excitement for a bit, weren't it? Ball goes forward and headed away by A-Tree and into midfield. Williamson passes it back now to Sutton, who comes forward with it, puts the ball into the middle, looking for Hernandez. Almost went over Townsend's head, but he claimed it. O'Connor now will come forward with it, and he has got a bit of space here. O'Connor. Look into the middle, to Hogg, through to Turner, then all the way back to Oglesby. Oglesby will now get through to Hogg and then back to Turner. Takes the touch. Over to Baker on the right. Then back to Turner. It's Steele's not really probing too much at the moment. There's one touch back from Poole, gives it to O'Connor. O'Connor, diagonal run forward. Tips it through to Poole. It opens up a bit for him here, but he's now closed down by Williamson. Poole tries to go into the middle to Turner. Then back goes to Lemon, who's come well forward. Finds the overlap for Dolman. Poor touch from him. Goes down clumsily. I thought he might have handballed it as he went down, but suddenly clear to the edge to Poole. Poole looking for the space. Has to get back to Turner. Turner's going to take the shots. Well drilled, but right at Hitchcock. Turner, one of the nominees for goal of the season for his effort in the first home game against Liversidge, and he was, if that had been a bit better, he might have been getting another nominee. Ball is going from Hitchcock to go all the way forward and out for a throw-in. So here we are now on the 81st minute mark, and only Novak will be making his appearance. He's going to come on for Luke Cogg. So you can't say that Ian Richards is not going for it. So Ollie Novak is the man who's going to head on. This is an attacking substitute with the defensive midfielder Hogg coming off for the winger Novak. But he did play central midfield a lot in pre-season. Huddersfield Town are now leading against Bristol City. Josh Karoma has put the Terriers ahead its head. Stocksbridge just clear it out. He's going to swing another throw in. This time for Bridlington. Cleethorpes are now 5-0 up on Belper. Alex Flett has scored another from the spot. Thrown forward here to Belper. They're trying to control it on the area. Laid off to Davidson, who has to be forced backwards to Williamson, who is being harassed by Novak. Down to the left. He goes to Stockhill, who gets beyond Novak, and then cross going in. It's an unmarked man, and it's straight at Townsend. That was Daniel Hernandez's big chance. A free header, completely unmarked in the box, but he sends it straight at Townsend. It remains 0-0. Luton have one back against Manchester City. Ross Barkley scored, and Jack Muldoon, the former Steeler, scored for Harrogate Town against Sutton United. They now lead 2-1. Brighton have equalised against Burnley. Muric own goal. Baker with a throw at chest down to Watson, and Norfolk puts it through. It's a good pass looking for Hernandez, but Townsend's out really well to clear it away. Poole takes the touch. Gets a little push in the back from Williamson, but stays on it. Gives it back to O'Connor now, who comes forward with the ball. O'Connor then slows it down into the middle to Poole. Poole now will look for his options. Has to get it back to Turner, who's in that defensive midfield role at the moment. All right, Novak has taken his position on the right wing. As he goes to O'Connor on the left, O'Connor will right foot to send the cross in, headed away. And then it's out for a throw-in. Lemon with this throw now. Thrown out to Dolman, who then gets beyond his man, but big boot away by A-Tree. Going to go all the way to Townsend, who's going to come forward with the ball, lays it forward for Baker now. Baker will carry on forward and lay a pass off now to Watson, who tries to get beyond his man, but he's going to get tackled and I think commits the foul. He does do so, and it will be a free kick to Bridlington. 84 minutes gone in a bit of a yawn of a game. But is there some late drama to come still? Could be. Come on, let's have some faith. So back with Hitchcock for this free kick after the offside call, or the foul, I mean, from Watson. Right-footed forward. Looking all the way forward, headed on. Hernandez is going to try and get on to that. He's a bit too ahead of him, and it will be a goal kick. Townsend didn't look too bothered that he was going to do that. Get onto that, so maybe I shouldn't be involved. I was a bit nervy. Taken short to Oglesby, and then back to Townsend with Dennison on him. Flip forward, Turner gets it. The short passing's not worked out with Steels. It's put the pressure on here as Davison has it edge of the area, but then Baker gets an interception. Davison heads it back to the edge of the area, and then Oglesby booting away, but only back to Norfolk. This is a problem all Stocksbridge's own creating as Norfolk slows it down, tries to get it to the right. Then back it goes to Atri, but then robbed by Poole. And is this where the count goes? Poole is going on his own on the left-hand side, bit too far, and then put out by Lewis. Cleared away, and back for Lemon, who's going to follow it out. And because he's been pressed by Hernandez, the offside flag will go up. Ben Ramsey has scored twice for Concert today, but now he's been given a red card. Concert remain 2-1 up on Liversedge. So free kick here, 86 minutes gone. Townsend slips as he sends it over. Headed away by Lewis, and it goes all the way to Dennison, who tries to put a ball through the middle, and in the end it's just going to go back to Townsend. It's coming short from the back for Stockbridge, not really working out at the moment, but it feels the ball. It's Lemon who it's short to O'Connor, carries it forward, continues to go forward, he crosses the halfway line, doubles back and then sideways to Turner and Joe, who is being challenged by Norfolk from behind, keeps hold of the ball, gets it through to Poole though, then back to Turner, back now to Lemon, and then back to Turner. He's trying to get down the left-hand side, lay off for Dorman now, back to Turner, feels for offside, not given, back, and it goes back to O'Connor now. O'Connor will give it back to Turner on the left-hand side. Now to Dorman. There is Stocksbridge just not even looking like he's trying to get into the box. But here he goes, turn the ball into the box. Over Rawson's head. And Stockhill will go out and chase it on the left-hand side and boot that one away. Long it goes and then eventually bounce out of play just inside Steele's heart. With Baker now for this throw. Novak will lose ball, but it gets tackled anyhow, goes out for another throw-in. Ends up, throwing comes in, bounced off Novak, will be a throw to Bridlington. So it's Sutton now for this throw-in, as both sides to winner, but whether outside get one is going to be another matter. Ends up bouncing out for another Bridlington throw. They are pushing forward. Sheffield FC are 3-1 up on Dunstan. They've sealed the win against the promotion chase inside. Right? See Bro as Hernandez gets the beating of Baker there. Well, Turner comes in with a tackle, smashes it off Hernandez, and it will be a goal kick. Baker's going to have to go out into the stand to go fetch that ball. Wroxham are surely going up into League One. Jack Marriott has made it 6-0 against Forest Green. Taken short to Baker. He's now going to find Watson forward with it. He's going to lose the ball to Davison, though, who does keep it in. Trying to find Hernandez with it. Baker trying to defend. Hernandez gets the foot in, but will go out for a Stocksbridge throw. Newton Aycliffe have one back against Carlton. Liam Jarvie, the goal scorer. Baker sends it forward, looking for Poole, headed up into the air though by Bridlington, and they're going to get a bit of an unchallenged. But well, both players challenging each other. That means they only hit it to O'Connor, trying to lay off for Dolman, but Dolman actually wins it off Aldemir really well, trying to find Poole, Novak. Novak has it now forced backwards, and Novak moves into the centre here. Not got really many options. He's now going to find Baker, who's coming forward. Baker continues to come forward with it, and he loses the ball, and this is a counter opportunity here. Here comes Stockhill on his own, but then too far, and Ogilvy tackles him. Laid off for O'Connor now, who carries forward. There will be 3 more merciless minutes of this game. As Turner comes forward, laid off for Poole. Poole carrying on forward, takes the touch, takes a shot, not got much power on it, but it's gone off for O'Connor, who somehow misses from close range. That should be the winner. Alex O'Connor from close range. It just falls to him after the deflection. He somehow puts it wide of the near post, trying to be a bit too cute with the finish. It just needed a good old hit, really. It will remain 0-0, and that's the chance that may cost Steels the 3 points on this one. It's 10v10 at Belper versus Cleethorpes. Jordan Cook has been sent off for Cleethorpes. That means he will be missing for next Saturday's match. Manchester City are 4-1 up on Luton. Jeremy Doku has scored. You know, normally at the end of these games, it's usually quite exciting, and we're usually quite thrilled, so I don't normally get to do much of the live score updates at the end, because everyone's moving so quickly. Yeah, it's not the case today. As Norfolk clip it forward, and it's just going to be kept in quite well by Dennison. But then he's going to lose that ball to O'Connor, flicks it back to Baker, and Baker going to slice it forward. Williamson's going to head that one forward, and Oglesby heads it back, but going to be an unchallenged header for Norfolk, who's going to just allow that to go to his feet. Pings the ball through to the edge of the area. Here comes Bridlington forward, and then Dolman is able to get in there and clear it away, going all the way to Rawson. Heads it to the side really well to Poole, who comes down with it very well. Drops back to make sure he has control of his touch. Has the space and men forward. Lays it off to Turner in the middle, who's now going to try and find O'Connor on the right. A bit of a daft pass, but O'Connor is able to haul it down. Now it's to Turner. Turner's going to come forward with it now. Lays off to Poole on the left. To Dolman on the left, then back to Novak, who is going to cut in, and he's thinking about a shot. He said he's going to put a cross in, look for that far post, and headed away before it can fall to O'Connor. And then racing onto it is going to be Bridlington, who clear away. But Baker's going to ping it back. Poole tries to take a touch, but well won by Davidson, who hasn't got many options forward ahead of him, but he is going to find one with Dennison. It's a great pass from Davidson. So Dennison on the left wing going to move into the box now, trying to get past Baker as he is inside the area now. Baker just can't do anything daft. No one out to help him just yet, and then tries the decent effort. It's not too far off, but it goes over the bar. Barnsley have equalising for Reading after Reading took the lead through Lewis Wing. It's Fabio Jallo who scored, a man who scored a few goals at Brecon Moor against the Steels in those youth friendlies. Dunstan have got one back in the 96th minute against Sheffield FC. Jack Maskell scored, and Liversidge have equalised against 10-man concert. Eddie Church has scored again. Lemon pings the ball forward. Dolman is going to chase on to that battle of Atri. Atri has to Rose it, and that will be full time. It's 0-0. It's been really, really boring. Nothing has happened. There've been very few chances. Honestly, I can't really tell that one to you. It's been incredibly dull. The match report will be about 50 words. I'm going to do one for the football non-league paper. I'm going to get that to 120 words. I still don't know how I'm going to do that. And, well, what more can I say? It was absolutely nothing. We will see you next Saturday for our last away game against Cleethorpes. So be aware our reserves are in a cup final over at Rossington. So hopefully you'll be able to get to one of those matches. And we will see you at either of those two games. You'll be doing the commentary from Cleethorpes. We'll hopefully be able to update you live with what's happening over there at Rossington for that cup final against Caribbean Sports. We will see you there. Thank you very much for listening. The few of you who have stuck through to the end, God bless you all. Well, see you next week. I've been Adam Allcroft, being sponsored by Jason.